Hey everybody, welcome back. Just us two again.
Back to the Daz and Joe show.
Do you want to tell everyone sort of what is special about today?
So the special thing about today is that it's Saturday. The other special thing is that tomorrow is our 1 year anniversary of doing streams.
Can't believe we've been doing this for a year. I thought we'd be through all the games by this point.
We kind of, well, if you want to quantize it, we are through all of the
We're through the
console
O1
games.
games.
Yeah, we're through all the console
right.
games. So the only ones we have left are
True.
Flash games and stuff, online games.
True. So yeah, we're gonna be playing Mask of Power Legacy again.
Last time we had a lot of technical difficulties, and we had a lot of dropped frames, so we're desperately hoping that does not happen this time. This is version 1.52, which just came out literally less than 30 minutes ago.
So what were we doing? We were trying to get a full set, weren't we?
Yes, we were trying to get a full mask set, which we only need the
How close are
Cow
we?
and Rio. So you might hear right off the bat that the music is working.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the biggest things about this update. Is that finally the music works.
What was the issue?
So it's two issues actually. First issue was that it for some reason was paused when it started to play. So I just had a toggle where it would pause and unpause the music, and that fixed that. But then it wouldn't play any after the first one. And for some reason, so there's these things that we have called environment regions. So it tells you what area you're in, if you're in Kauai or whatever. So for some reason, it didn't like having a reference to that to get what music there is in the region every time it wanted to check what music to play. So I just had it set a variable when you enter and exit the region. Other neat feature, which isn't working for us amazingly, is the stats menu here, which basically is like a completionist sort of thing with also some funny extra info. It tells you how many pickups you have left in each wahi, tells you how many quests you have left, tells you how many rahi you defeated and cosmetics gained and all that. So if you're a completionist, you can say oh, I have all of them.
People will need to start a new save for that though, right?
Because as you can see, we already have 6 masks and it's not checked them off at all. We're dropping a few frames, which is, that's great. No. Skipped frames detected 25%. Okay. So it is skipped frames this time. Okay, it's instead of dropped frames, which means that I shall lower my settings slightly to see if that helps. It's still dropping, and it's dropping like there's no tomorrow. It's dropping like it's hot. And this is not good. Wondering if they put the telescope in. Yes, we did. The telescope does zoom in on the star. Obviously, there are quite a few telescopes actually, but obviously red star is not seeable during the day, and that is actually second sun. It's not red star. Looks like the frames are much better now, or at least temporarily. So I don't want to jinx it. Oh yeah, skip frames are looking much nicer now. Okay, that's good. Glad we fixed that. It is a it's not what we need. Who should we give it to? I guess maybe Gali, because we're near her area.
I mean, we're not in Kauai. You're saying we leave it there?
Oh, come on. You saying that we come across a mask and just leave it there until we find somebody that we need? No, we're getting it to Lewa. Because I don't want to have to come back here later.
You don't.
Well,
we're getting the other Toa's masks in their region.
Boxer says, pick up the mask. Rows are hard to find. Yeah, see, I mean, it's just
not when I've got the guide open right here.
I know, but that's cheating. We gotta explore. We gotta find our own path.
We built the paths. They're all our own paths.
I know, but still, I gotta find my own path because I don't remember where I built the paths. That's the whole thing with playing your own game. You either cheat to the exact correct locations, or you just wander around and hope that it works. I believe we did this quest on the original 1.5 stream, so we're not going to do it again right now.
Is it fixed?
Is it fixed? I think so, but there's no way to tell, so we'll see later if it's fixed. Just because it's a side quest as well, so I kind of want to do the main quests first.
Bailey says, canonically the 12 find masks in various regions, so it doesn't even matter, lol. Yeah, we're not playing the canonical way, though. We're playing the limited way. Where you exist as the Toa and the Wahi, and you find all the masks in their Wahi.
Here, an opportunity to use this mask. This one that is really useless. There we go. Are the masks not also underwater? They are, but like, you know, this is literally... I mean, aside from a couple caves and stuff, this is as deep as the water goes in Legacy. It's due to how the map was made, unfortunately. So there's this little mini thing here. Just looks like a note. First mate Doc's log. Can't read number 3. I don't have 1 and 2. So it says fragments of a first mate's log from the ship named the Wakaru. Apparently, Wakaru is walrus. I don't know what language it's in, but yeah, sure, that makes sense. Oh, Wakaru are walrus Rahi on Mata-Nui. So my brother made this, and I don't know if he knew that. He made this quest, which is a small unmarked quest that you can find just sort of about. Ussals! Die! Look at that, they have a death animation now. Somebody pointed that out a while ago, and they have one now. Also, it's fun to do this. Aw, come on.
That's my favorite elemental ability, is the big old circle. The first time I did that, I went, whoa!
Yeah, there we go. I wanted him to go fly into the water. Oh, hey, the Wakaru are in Maze of Shadows. How could you forget? I forgot all about Maze of Shadows. I never remembered that we played it, even.
Also, honestly, the walrus sounds like a ship name. That's completely reasonable.
Yeah, it sounds like a ship name, because, like, that's... You know, that's what a ship would be called. I don't know if my brother knew that. He might. I'll have to ask. If I would kill them, they don't even give XP. To show people that I added the death animation. Watch this epic puzzle that works for me and no one else.
We must find some way to get past these brilliant defenses.
How can we escape this trap of the gate? There we go.
Kylie asks, "Where's the Gawahi?"
It's right here.
Music as it starts. Yeah.
Oh, this is the Gakoro music actually, but the Gawahi music. I don't know if there's one for day actually. I know there's one for sunrise and night, but I'm not sure about day. There is a point later in the game though, after you do some of the quests, where you do need to have that opened, like actually interact with it, which is nice. This puzzle was so annoying. Yeah, because it only works with people with high frame rate. I like how Pohatu's always low on predators. Permanently. Oh no.
Right.
Toatahu, thank goodness you're here. Oh wait, you were reading these. Do you want to read these?
I can't actually see that very well. I've got a different setup today than I usually do, and the screen's really far away, so I can't really read anything.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll read everything then. Toatahu, thank goodness you're here. The Turaga, she's been missing for far too long. I'm sorry, my memory is a little fuzzy. Who are you? You don't remember me? Oh, well, I'm Holly. Greetings, Holly. What is this you said about a Turaga? Yes. In case you don't remember, Turaga Nukama is the elder of the village, and she's gone missing! Well, that's not good. Any way I can help? Maybe. Last I heard, she was at a meeting at the Mata-Nui. Maybe she got stuck on her way back. Here, I'll mark it on your map. I'll see what I can do. Please do find her. I'm very worried. You have my word, and you have Golly's word, actually. Yeah, and the Matoran headpiece, like their actual headpiece, makes them look really sad if you have the glowing eyes, because they have like the furrowed brow, whereas the Toa have like the upward brow. Hey look, it's Dockmaster Marka. I'm gonna ignore you. We don't have to talk to you right now. Let's investigate Turaga Nukama's hut for clues. There are none. You must get to see so many cool creatures. I have seen a fair few interesting ones, yes. Ooh, sounds exciting. Tell me all about them. Well, there was this one. Ah, wait. I'm supposed to be reorganizing my books. If I don't finish now, I'll forget how I was doing it. Rain check on that story, Toa. I think we actually talked to her in the last one. Is that what I sound like to you? No, I'm very nasally today, so I'm just leaning into the nasaliness.
Well done, Ventrix asks, will Rahi be tameable? Tameable?
Not really.
But in 2.0, you will be able to control them with the Komao.
As far as we have planned out, they're not going to be tameable. Let's see my stats right now. What are they at? They're not accurate at all, but since we started, I have defeated 2 Rahi, gained a lot of codex pages, and visited quite a few things and gained some widgets, which is a, cool thing to have tracked. Yeah, come on. Fall damage, please. Yeah, it worked. The actual fall damage worked. I'm surprised. Yeah, so the idea is that when you kill Rahi, you're not killing them, you're just defeating them. You're knocking off the infected mask, and then they pass out. Or in 2.0, it'll be something a bit more elegant, I'm sure. Daz, are you even here anymore? Apparently not. Unless your mic's broken. Well, just me then. I'm sorry about the bit rate. This grass is really killing it. Ha! I killed him for fall damage. I'm glad that the fall damage has a reasonable threshold now. I think Daz is just like dead. So this is the zone where you find Kama, but I am going to pick up a Rao for Gali here as I use my mask of water breathing to swim through this tunnel in first person.
Taking over for
Oh,
Joe.
hello.
I mean, for Daz.
Sorry. Oh, did he have to leave or something?
He disappeared.
He just
so
disappeared.
I'm here
okay.
now.
Thank you for coming on. I know you're not feeling great.
It's okay.
Gali! That's not a voice for Nokama. You want to do Nokama's voice?
Okay. Golly, it is good to see you. It has been quite some time since I've seen a friendly face. I'm old.
Yes. How did you manage to end up down here?
The Turaga and I were holding a meeting. On my way back to Gakoro, I was attacked by that Tarkova you encountered and dragged down here.
Now you're safe. You should head back to Gakoro, or, that had to be frightening. A meeting? What sort of meeting?
An old person meeting, I don't know.
What sort of meeting?
Well, truthfully, I should not have mentioned it. It was rather delicate nature. One that I hope I shall be able to share with you soon enough.
I understand. I'm simply glad that you are unharmed. I keep jumping between voices.
I am as well. Do come visit me. Once I have returned to Gakoro, I have something which I will be able to share with you.
Before you go, you mentioned a meeting. What sort of meeting? And then you just get the same dialogue.
It's a loop.
Yeah, I will.
And then just turn the camera, and then turn back.
Oof. Yeah, so now I will explain why you have to see the Turaga for a second before they disappear. So it's a little complicated, so just strap in. When you trigger the dialogue that says, oh, I will be leaving now, then you exit that dialogue. It triggers a check, which checks if she is in visual range, if she's being rendered by the camera. Then you turn the camera, and usually, like in previous versions even, she'd instantly disappear and you wouldn't be able to see her disappear. But as I went on with development, I noticed there were a lot of crashes and stuff, and I found out what the crashes were, and it was that the separate village levels, because we have a level for each village that loads in as you just kind of approach them. When it loaded a variant of the world that affected that level, it wasn't actually loading that level, so it would crash because it was trying to affect something that didn't exist effectively. So I had to add a slight delay to that disappearance so that it could load the Gakora level, and then it could affect it, and then it could delay and then affect everything else and remove the correct stuff. So that's why you can see her poof. Cool, interesting development talk. And I don't know, even know if anybody understood. I just want to kind of go through a lot of the ridiculous problems that I encountered while building this game. Now look at this. What do you know? The world changed. I love that feature. So you can speak to Gakora guardswoman. Hail, Toahali. You are free to enter. If you can manage to open the gate, of course. I'm sure I can manage it.
You could use the mirror.
Yeah. Out. May I see your credentials? I'm Matoa. I still need to see them. Some form of ID? Double your height. Okay, that works, I guess. May enter. That's a reference that, nobody in this community will get, but... Oh, hey, sunrise music.
Just curious if the music is gonna get overridden by the Gakora music like it usually does.
It might. I'm not sure.
Also, Daz is back, but he's not saying anything. Or his mic is still broken.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Yeah, oh.
Run!
A mask to collect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go inside now. I know everybody asks, how do the boats get out? Don't ask. And yes, Boxer, you can get rid of momentum by switching to it. That's a It's cheeky.
You can
cheat.
even switch to the same Toa, and it'll do that.
Thank you for returning our Turaga to us, Toa. It was no trouble. That was the same voice.
How nice to see you, Toa Gali. I trust you are enjoying your time in Gakoro.
How is Gakoro?
Village is doing well. However, Maku hasn't snuck out to Kokoro lately, meaning I suspect she will try again soon.
I see. Well, since you put the barrier up, she can't. That's her one weakness.
Tigo can mark a ship.
Did you want to see me, Turaga?
I did, Gali. There is another artifact which you must collect alongside your great mass. It is called a Mccokey Stone, and it is part of the key to the Makuta's lair.
Where is this stone?
The stone lies within the Garkini, a temple which lies beneath the water not far from here. You must go there and descend into the temple and retrieve the stone that lies within. This voice is getting weirder as it goes on.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you, Nokama.
Take great care, Toa Gali. The temple is infested with the Makuta's Rahi. I do hope you fare better than the last time.
Last time? Sorry, that's the only voice I could do.
Pardon me, you are Solid Snake now. We attempted to enter the Gakini. A group of the Gakoro God were chased out by the Rahi inside. Rahi, which you will have to defeat.
I see.
I apologize for the confusion, Toa. I wish you the best of luck on your quest.
Thank you, Turaga.
I can't remember what Turaga sounds like.
Something.
I sound a bit more
old lady.
not.
Old lady is how she sounds.
Yeah.
And apparently Discord completely crashed for Daz, so that's great.
I don't know what's going on.
Hopefully you can come back for the end of the stream. Not a lot of people notice. Is this blue glow? It's only for Gali. And it's only works sometimes, apparently.
Only works sometimes, all the time.
Yeah, that's how this game is. Only works sometimes, all the time. But it's intended to glow brighter as you get closer to the correct Toa. That's the intention. Gali's got a lot shorter range, but she is very quick.
Do you not like playing as her?
Yeah, me neither. Obviously, the most polished character is Tahu, because he's the one that it's defaulted to, and I've spent the most time polishing him.
And then there's Onua, who breaks every other hit.
Yeah, I don't know if he still does. He might.
He still does.
Oh, okay, that's great.
I mean, it's better than it was,
it's
early
true. Yeah.
release, but
as we're about to release, I fixed that 6 hours before the first release of 1.5.
He's more reliable.
And it's still, it's still not
perfect.
fixed. Yeah, it's still not fixed. It's better than it was.
There's been a lot of streams that I've watched where people will be playing as Nua and then it'll just suddenly break anyways.
Yeah. Best way to fix it, just switch to Toa. Even if you're just switching back to Nua, just do a quick pop and you're good. It resets the Toa and it sets it all to default so it doesn't break anymore. Also, if your stamina gets stuck, which it occasionally will just not regenerate anymore, just tap shift and you're good. It's like some small hints from the devs here. Okay, so we're going to take a boat here to Pokoro, and then we're going to do the Pokoro quest, because we just finished the Gakoro one. Let me actually see if
Wait, did you get all the maps in Gawahi then yet?
No, but I'm not doing that, because we're going to go back around when we need to do that, because I'm trying to show off story stuff. But let me see if she actually is working. Yes, there we go. She doesn't ask you to do it again.
You can get souvenirs.
That's correct. Right at this guy. Just a short, quick break. Daz is back, and he's working again. Is that what I think it is?
I'm working for now. No guarantees that that's gonna hold up later.
It's an elusive sand terracotta in its natural habitat.
You gotta say it with an Australian accent.
Here we I can't do an Australian accent, but I'll say here we see the elusive sand terracotta in his natural habitat.
Better get some good footage before it disappears, you know.
Oh, and there it goes.
They like to despawn.
Yeah, they like to despawn. This is Toka, who didn't have a name in Monog, but he does now, because his name is now Toka. Howdy, Toa. Welcome back. Welcome to the back end of nowhere, otherwise known as my shop. I'd like to see what you have. Of course! And then he has statuettes, which he sells at a low price, because he's, nowhere. He has some Foley balls and some wooden heads. I'm gonna buy all of his statues if I have enough. We'll play a little bit of a trading game here, where I go find someone who will buy them at a higher price, and then I will sell them to him.
I'll buy it at a high price.
That is how you play the trading game. Yeah, that is something I would constantly think of while developing this system. If I set somebody to buy it at a higher price than normal, then I would always say to myself, I will buy it at a high price. See? He's elusive. He's mysterious. He's no longer here.
Imagine that they disappear into the sand.
Yeah,
that's my head.
He poofs down. He dug down to the sand.
To be fair, the way so many Rahi actually fall through the world, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that seems to happen a lot with specifically the Santarkava.
Really? Well, I guess they're spooky. They like to disappear.
They're more a rare species, after all.
Yeah, turns out even the game wants them to be a rare species. What the? Is that just me?
Yes.
Okay, that's just.
You didn't just see Santarkava spawn and then unspawn quickly.
Was that what happened? I just saw a line and then that was it. I thought maybe it was like the color banding on the fog. Who's that? Is that a hallucination? Or is that a Santarkava? He has the different treads too. He has the thicker ones. Yeah, they look kind of very similar to the other ones, but it's fine.
He's also got a spine thing for some reason.
Yeah,
he's got the Ice Tarkava spine.
Yeah, it's got the Ice Tarkava spine, just because it looks cool. I also may have forgot to replace it. It's one of Makuda's illusions. Beware. Let's head to Pokoro, just right here. Oh, Pohatu, finally! Hello? Somebody else read the responses because I'm being the Matoran for Po. I was tasked to wait for your return. The Turaga have been missing for far too long.
Who are you?
We've met before, Pohatu. You don't remember me?
I'm afraid not.
Odd. I'm Huki, professional Koli player.
Nice to meet you again, I suppose. What was it about a Turaga?
Right. The elder of the village. He went to a meeting with the other Turaga and hasn't come back.
Is there something I can do?
You can find him. A trader informed me of an unusual number of Rahi somewhere. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Of course.
There you go. Now skedaddle. He could be in danger.
I'll find him.
I sure hope so. Here is the trading hub of everybody, and there's a note. Pokoro is probably one of the most fleshed out of all of them, just because it was so non-fleshed out before, so we kind of went a little bit overboard on fleshing it out.
Overcompensating for Boxcoro.
Yeah, overcompensating, so now that Pokoro is the best village, in my opinion. I mean, next to Takoro. Outcarving.
Takoro is, hyper faithful to Monog, though, so...
Yeah, well, with some additions, but yeah, Pokoro is, probably the best design-wise, because it's kind of really unique. And also, there's a lot of Matoran walk around. This guy just says, where could it be? Maybe the next store has it. And he just walks along and talks to the shopkeepers.
Who is he?
He's just some
What's
guy.
His story?
He's the consumer who needs a product, but nobody ever has it. And so they keep sending him to the next store.
If he's a consumer, what is he consuming if he can never find it?
It doesn't matter. That's the social commentary, that he walks in a circle. He just walks in a circle, never finding his product that he needs.
I need my product.
Oh, and there's also these guys, which I love, who carry around this little torch. And he's the Night Watch guardsman. Be on the lookout for troublemakers. I'll be vigilant. He does a salute. That great. Sometimes he flips his direction when you talk to him, which is annoying. On patrol, and there's quite a few of those guys you can find around here. Lurking Carrier says, just like Monog too, huh? So there's so many delivery runs from Pokoro. Well, yeah, kind of. You can actually do something that my brother said when we were making the trading system, is that a lot of people are going to be able to just chart maps of the best trading courses and say, if you get this thing from Pokoro, then you can take it and go to Gakoro and it'll sell at a higher price there. And then if you want to take this from there, and then it's
That's what they do with Monolog, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't think it had done that for VMOP yet.
You have to be really dedicated.
Yeah, cool, because if you want to just gain the most widgets possible, see how to game the system the best, then, there are ways to do it. I'm just informing people that there are ways to game the system really well. So, and I built in a lot of them, and probably a few that I don't even know about. Feel free to experiment and try and get as many widgets as possible.
That's sign say the poster with the fish.
Oh, it says rare fish for sale. Come see Yuma in the bazaar. Look for the golden fish. And then this one says even rarer fish for sale. Find Nuno in the bazaar next to the golden fish. These guys. So there's Yuma. He says, "Stop copying me. There's got to be a law against this. Hello, is everything all right? Oh, Topot, I didn't see you there. Would you like some rare fish? It may be expensive, but it's great quality." Sorry, I'm not in the market for fish. For some reason, I don't know why, but fish is like one of the only things that you can't buy in this game. Even though there's like a whole story about the market around it, you can't buy it, you can't sell it.
I mean, you told me, you're the one who made the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering myself why that happened. Just because there was this kind of story that unfolded in my storytelling about the fish sale, and I never added a fish item to sell. So I did pick up some notes. This one was from the wall over there. A message found on the hut of an eccentric carver. Thue's, I think that's how, Thue's good quality carving service. Out carving. If you're stopping by to ask about an order you placed, it will probably be finished in approximately 2 to 30 weeks, depending on certain factors. Thank you, Thue. So, well, the story behind this is that this is my brother's self-insert. Everybody has pretty much everybody who at least worked on the game has a self-insert Matoran. This is kind of a joke about how my brother works. It might be finished at some point or not, and that's kind of his thing. You can also find him though. You can find Thue in the world. And there's Arca gone shopping, which is a note left to inform any shoppers of Arca's absence. We'll be gone a while to get more supplies for the shifting festival. Back later. Don't steal my stuff. I will report you to the Night Watch. Arca fireworks for all your celebratory needs. Sorry, I ran out of breath. That's kind of the joke that you stole the note off of his desk, and then it says, "Don't steal my stuff."
You're gonna go sell a comet to that one dude.
Oh yeah, that is a side quest we could do. We do have the Poe one now. Komiki Sai. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of a story behind Arca, the fireworks guy, but I'll tell that after we do this quest here. Hello? Huh? Oh, hello, Toa. Sniff. Are you alright? No. Can you tell me? I can't buy a comet. I worked hard, I saved everything up, and when I had just enough, I sold my Coley ball to get me over the top. But right when I went to buy one, the price got raised. As much as I want to, I can't blame Akmal. They're in very high demand. So I can ask him to give me all he has so I can go and buy the comet for him. If I had enough widget, I could just give him enough money to buy it. Or if I had one initially, then I could just give it to him. Or I can just say, I'll see what I can do, and then go try and buy it on my own. So I'm just going to do that one. I'll see what I can do. That's great. Thank you, Toa. I'm very glad you have taken interest in my petty needs. I'll be back. If you talk to Akmal, he's got some interesting dialogue. Toa, hello. Would you like to buy a comet? What is a comet? Why, they're my main product. They are handcrafted and especially designed to fly faster and further than any other Coley ball. Why are there little bits of green on them? Well, that would be my proprietary gel, speed gel, of course. It helps reduce friction on the ball. I see. He's very nervous about a Toa approaching his stand here. So it is 300 to buy a Coley ball, and he has supposed them at a higher price because the price has jumped, and there's only 20 left. So I only have 100 right now. But I think there's actually something he says. Oh yeah, if you ask him what they are, and then you say, I feel like I've heard of them. Well, there's a good chance you have. My comets are in very high demand at the moment. They've been selling so fast that I've had to increase the price while I wait for more stock. No, I've heard of them in some other way. I just can't remember how. Ooh, mystery. What I can do is sell to Akmal my infected masks, because he will buy them at a higher price, and I will get 30 for that, because he wants those to infect his Coley balls. Neat detail. Yeah, there's this trader here, and he says, Coley, welcome to my shop, Toa. I sell everything you need for a Coley match. You sell Coley balls too? Oh, you've met Akmal. You don't like him? No, I don't like him. He's an egotistical charlatan selling Coley balls for just profit. He cares nothing of the actual game, the sportsmanship. He's selling Coley balls as well, which is,
Oh, we lost Kaylee.
Uh-oh.
What the heck is going on with Discord?
I don't know. Something's going wrong today with it. He will buy notes at a very high price, but not as high a price as the guys in Kokoro. There's a note guy in Kokoro, which will buy them at an even higher price to archive them and such.
Right.
Oh, Kaylee said she has to go for a bit.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Now I have 200, so I can go power the Akaku, give it to Puatu, which also is a cool thing that I can show off now. I don't know if we did this before, but powering masks, is very cool. It's an alternate way to get masks other than just finding them around the world, and it gives you an incentive to interact with the trading system. And also, they didn't have a sound before when it, but now it does in the latest patch. Pohatu just now has the Kaku, which is cool. Now I have enough to buy this comet for the guy. So now I have a comet. Now quickly run with it before I get infected. Just roleplay a little bit. It's like radioactive. I don't want to have it. There you go. Yes, here are all the options. I think it's supposed to say something different if you come back to him, but here, I already have one. You do? Oh, how? Oh, right, you're a Toa. Can I? I'm sure you'll use it more than I will. Perhaps I can give you, this. I found it lying around outside Pokoro. Maybe it's worth something. So he gave us something that's worth like 600 widgets, which he didn't know that he could, sell for the thing. So you're welcome, and thank you. Thank you so much for this, Toa. I am forever indebted to you. There's no need for that. You have compensated me fairly. You will also get different rewards based on what option you choose in that quest. So if you choose to take the money from him and then go buy it, then you won't get as much of a reward. You get a slightly lesser reward. Now here he is, down here, in his little hut with his comet. Hello again, Toa. Enjoying your comet? Absolutely. I would be playing with it now, but I'm feeling rather tired recently. I figured it would be better for me to rest for now. I see. Make sure you get lots of rest. Dun dun dun. That's spooky. No, just me? Okay.
Well, it's clearly hinting at the common side effects, but...
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, was something that we wanted to add in this game, but we never got around to adding that quest line. That's right. Talking about the fireworks guy, he originally was here. For a long time, he was here, and he had a quest called the Great Shifting Festival. In the story, it was an earthquake that hit the desert of Pauahi every year or so, like on the dot. And so they would always have a festival for it. And we were going to have this cool quest line where Pokoro would get like all gussied up with streamers, and you have to walk around and like do like a murder mystery sort of thing, and then you'd get to see the fireworks at the end of the festival, and then it would be over with. But that would take a lot of effort, and unfortunately we didn't have enough time. It would have been something I would like love to do, but it is a bit crazy. Same with the infected Pokoro quest. It would require a lot of stuff in Pokoro to be like changed. Now let's listen to sunrise music as I go and find Onawa, because I need to actually do that quest now. Yeah, and as you can tell, the music changes a little bit based on what you're doing. So if I slow down here, it'll kind of tame up a little bit. But if I go really fast, then it kind of boosts it, which is nice. And then obviously when you're underwater, it changes it completely. Do quests give you XP or only combat? Quests, a bunch of stuff does. Discovering areas, finding quests, finding masks, completing quests, doing combat. Everything gives you XP. It's just very passive, and it slowly upgrades you just in general, which is nice. It used to be like a manual system, but now it's just sort of general. Oh, Hatu! It certainly took you long enough to find me down here. How did you get trapped here? Those infernal Nui Jaga pushed me in here. I've tried to escape, but it's far too steep for me to traverse. What were you doing so far from Pokoro? A private matter, Pohatu, that I have no need to share with you. How can I help? I've been wondering that myself. Perhaps the pillar is weak enough for you to knock it down into a bridge of sorts. Make sure to get out of the way before it comes down. So now you can just go bop. Yay! Thank you for saving me, Pohatu. I'll be able to make my way to Pokoro now. Come and find me in Pokoro, and I might have a quest for you. Of course, Duraga. Basically, it's just me now.
I'm here.
I know, but you're not saying anything, so it's basically just me.
I just don't.
I know.
I'm not in the right headspace for commentary today. I don't know what it is.
It's a cool little area. I actually have never been here. My brother added this, like, right before release, and I didn't playtest it at all.
I've never been here either.
I believe you can get on top of this as well, which I think is where he is. Whatever his name was. Thue or whatever. Where is he? Oh, he's actually right here. So here is a completely messed up statue with a bunch of pieces on another carving. There he is. Thue.
And who is this?
This is my brother's insert, Doran.
Gotcha.
A little to the left, maybe. No, that wouldn't look right. What are you doing? No, Toa, you're not supposed to see this yet. I'm still working on it. And what exactly is it supposed to be? Well, it's still on the drawing board, per se. It's going to be a statue of Onua riding a giant Ussal fighting a Cane Ra, or maybe it should be a Mwaka? Are you just building this for fun? I'm part of an amateur carving guild with my brother. I usually just carve for fun, but sometimes I get tasked to make stuff. When will you finish it? Soon, definitely soon. I just need to change a few things, and then it will be perfect. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if Onua was riding the Mwaka instead? Maybe you're there too. That's an interesting idea. Thanks, Pohatu. Wait, Mata-Nui, I forgot to finish the bridge Kalo asked me to make in the Pillar Lands 2 weeks ago. I gotta go. After I finish adjusting this, I'll leave you to it. And I believe if you actually talk to him as Onua, then he has some special dialogue. Onua, and what exactly is this supposed to be? It's still on the drawing board per se, but it's going to be a statue of you riding a giant Ussal fighting a Cane Ra, or maybe it should be Mwaka. I'm honored, I think. Will you finish it? It wouldn't be cool if you were riding the Mwaka instead. Maybe Lee was there too. Yeah, so there's some slight differences if you're Onua there, which I do enjoy his dialogue because it's literally just my brother.
Right.
Oh no.
Wrong mask.
Yeah. Speak to Turag Onawa. Welcome to Pokoro, Pohatu. I hope that your search for the masks has been going well. I heard you have something for me. As a matter of fact, yes I do. There's an item of great importance called the Mccokey Stone. You must retrieve it. It is necessary if you are to face Makuta and fulfill your destiny. Where would I find the stone? There is a temple in the Motara Desert known as the Pokini, far from Pokoro or any settlement. It is not easy place to traverse, but I have faith that you can safely find your way there again. Again? I had merely assumed that you had come across it during your travels. It is no matter. I trust you can retrieve the stone safely, Pohatu. Thank you for your confidence, Dorab. Now we're heading out to the Mutara Desert. Oh, and I can actually come across your Matoran here, Daz, if you want.
I think we covered that a couple of times on the stream.
Have we? Yeah. Quite a few times. Did we show the updated dialogue, though? And this?
I think so. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is my self-insert character in here.
This is Akmar. There's actually special Pohatu dialogue here. Ah, hello Pohatu. As you may have noticed, the Pokor renovation is complete. You've done a fine job here. My city has never looked so lively. I thank you, Toa Pohatu. However, I must move on to more important tasks. I will still remain here, but this time I will be creating the future. I see. And then if you talk to him again, you say, what you said before, whose future? Whose future are you working on? Yours, and your brother's, and Mata-Nui's. The future of everything. Alright, thank you, I think. Let's say that the music system is working for the most part, just because it seems to have once again broken a little bit. If it ever breaks, just load and then save.
Or no. Save and then load.
Yeah, save and then load.
You don't want to load first.
You don't want to load and then save, because then that would completely defeat the purpose. It has been 2 hours, and this has been our 1 year anniversary of doing live streams. So that's quite a few live streams.
We'll probably be playing more of this in the weeks to come, just to do a full playthrough of the game.
Yeah. This actually does mean that this has been well over a year that we have been talking on voice chat, because we are like maybe 3 or 4 months before we started the streams is when we started doing voice chat, maybe a little bit longer. But
I can't even remember.
But it's
I'll
been
take your word for it. I've been Dazalius.
I have been Joku131.
And may the Great Spirit guide you.
And I'm not ready on the button. And may the Great Spirit guide you.